My name is Miriam. I still vividly remember the look on my family's faces at my brother Ethan's wedding. My parents were in a complete frenzy, my dad kept muttering to himself in disbelief, and my mom's jaw dropped to the floor. Ethan stood there, completely frozen, as if he'd seen a ghost. It all started when Ethan got engaged. We come from a well-to-do family in the suburbs. My father, Mr. Thompson, is a successful businessman, always busy with his work and a bit cold-hearted. He's the kind of man who values status and appearances above all else. My mother, Mrs. Thompson, is a socialite who loves to throw parties and be in the spotlight. She's vain and often puts on a fake smile in public. When I heard the news of Ethan's engagement, I was over the moon. I live 800 miles away from my hometown, but I didn't hesitate for a second. I immediately booked a flight to be there for this important family event. I imagined a beautiful, heartwarming wedding where we'd all come together as a family, sharing in the joy of Ethan's new chapter. The long flight was exhausting, but I was filled with excitement. I'd even prepared a heartfelt speech, chosen a stunning outfit, and wrapped a beautiful gift for the newlyweds. I couldn't wait to see my family and celebrate this special occasion. But when the wedding day arrived, everything went horribly wrong. I followed the address I'd been given and pulled up to what I thought was the venue. To my utter shock, it wasn't the place at all. I tried calling my mom, but all I got was silence. I called Ethan, and there was no answer either. It soon became clear that they'd deliberately changed the venue without telling me. Not a single text, email, or heads up. It was as if I didn't matter to them. I was stunned and felt a deep sense of betrayal. How could they do this to me? But then, I remembered a lesson I'd learned long ago: if someone underestimates you, make them regret it. So, I started to plan my quiet revenge. A few days before the wedding, when I was still under the impression that everything was normal, I'd quietly checked in with the caterers and the photographer. I let them know I'd be attending and made sure they were aware that I had a large social media following and could post updates online. I also reached out to a few key family friends who were in on the secret of the venue change. I didn't let on that I knew, but I made sure they'd support me on the big day. When I finally found the real venue and walked in, I took out my camera right away. I started posting live photos on social media, tagging everyone involved in the wedding. The hashtags were all about Ethan's wedding, my long journey, and of course, me at the center of it all. Guests started to notice me. People were asking, "Wait, did she travel all that way?" The vendors started chatting and complimenting me on my speech notes, my outfit, and the way I presented my gift. Before Ethan even had the chance to say, "I do," everyone was talking about me. My parents were in a panic. My dad kept asking himself how I'd managed to steal the spotlight. My mom was speechless, her perfect wedding plan completely derailed. Ethan was so shocked that he couldn't move. By the end of the night, I'd completely hijacked the spotlight. I didn't have to yell or confront anyone. I simply used my preparation, connections, and a bit of social media magic to make sure everyone saw my effort. The wedding photos, the live posts, and the social media buzz all pointed straight to me. They thought they could cut me out by changing the venue, but it backfired spectacularly. This experience taught me a valuable lesson: don't cut someone out of their moment, and never underestimate the quiet ones. Sometimes, the smallest moves can create the biggest impact. If you love stories about family drama, subtle revenge, and making sure people realize they messed with the wrong person, hit subscribe. Also, comment where you're watching from and what this story means to you. See you in the next one.